Spending all my nights alone, waiting for you to call me. You're the only one I want by my side when I fall asleep. Tell me what I'm waiting for. Tell me what I'm waiting for. I know it's hard, but we need each other. No, it's hard, but we need each other.
What's up, besties? It's your girl Kaylin, aka Kay, and I'm back with another video. So, as promised, I had mentioned about me having a breast reduction, and I said I would give a story time and like really just kind of give y'all like what all I went through when I did it and like why I made the decision and stuff like that. So this is that video. But before we get into it, if you have not seen my other videos, especially when I installed this wig by Z-Like, go watch it. And I think there's other videos after that where I created an outfit, and also my Beyonce concert experience. So yeah, just catch up before you continue watching this one, and then once you caught up, you can catch this one. Watch this one. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I got a breast reduction. I want to say last year. Don't ask me the month. I can't remember the month. I gotta go and look at my timeline and see. But these are the girls. But I absolutely love them. So I'll insert a before and after video I have made right here.
Take a load off on my private island. Come inside and go into hiding. I know that you've been sacrificing your time. What'd she say? Take a load off on.
All right. Okay. So as you can see, like for me, they were really big. To others, like they say, like, girl, your boobs were not that big. Da 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 da. I'm like, y'all didn't have to live with them. So they were big to me. Like for my size, they were pretty big. And so I just didn't like them. Like I could not really like be fully happy with my body. It was certain things like I would love to wear, and I just feel like I couldn't because like my boobs were like, they were just taking over the show. Like it was I don't know. And then like I don't know, like it made me look like so top heavy, and I did not like it. I didn't like how they looked in outfits. I couldn't do it. Even like with modeling, like they kind of got in the way because like with measurements, like it would be hard for them to fit stuff to me or have stuff that fit me, but and they wouldn't because of the girls. So yeah, but my sole reason to doing it was because I was not a fan of big boobs. I never cared about having big boobs. Like I always wanted to be a part of the itty bitty titty committee. So baby, so yeah, I think I was like a triple D. And my doctor, he got me down to a C. It was paid for through insurance. So I have not received a bill in the mail. So I mean, I'm guessing insurance covered it all. For some people, insurance doesn't cover it all, so you might get a bill in the mail, but it does cover like a huge portion of it. So, but like I said, I haven't received anything, knock on wood. But I mean, it's been this long, I haven't seen a bill yet. So I'm assuming my insurance covered it. I was with Blue Cross, still am with Blue Cross Blue Shield. So but let's get into like what all I went through. So I went to a doctor in Birmingham. His name is Dr. Steinmetz. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce the name. But I went to him because my auntie went to him, and so because she was like just so happy about her results, that's why I went ahead and did it instead of just searching around. I mean, I trusted her judgment. And I was pretty satisfied with his work. I think like my only thing about it is the scarring, and that I don't want to say that it really has a lot to do with him, because that's genetics. Keloid skin runs in my family, so I was kind of expecting it. It's more so the underscar, and I can kind of give y'all a glimpse without flashing y'all. So as you can see, like that scar right there, and it's another one on this side, but it's from here to here, but it's more thicker on the outside than it is on the inside part right here. But other than that, so like how they cut it, so it's like it's cut right here, down under here, and then around your nipple. They give you like a whole new areola and everything. Not really a whole new one, but they cut some skin off from your original areola, so your nipples are more smaller. So and so that's why it's cut around there. Around my areola area, it is keloided. More so, it's more keloided on this one than it is this one. But yeah, other than that, that was kind of like my only thing. But other than that, like I said, I don't regret my decision. I said if they, and it is possible for them to grow back. But if it does grow back, I said I will wait until after I have my kids, but more than likely that's probably what I would do. I would wait, but it just depends. They really haven't been growing as much. That was part of my reason as to why I cut out chicken, was because I don't care how much they put on them labels saying there's no hormones added. Man, there's hormones in that chicken. And because I was not eating beef or pork, chicken was like my number one option. I was still eating turkey, but chicken was like always my go-to, because it was more easier and more accessible to get, so, and more cheaper to get as well. So after I saw like they were kind of growing back, I was like, you know what, I'm cutting out chicken. And after I cut out chicken, I haven't really seen them really growing for real. I've also I've gotten back to like my regular gym routine as well, so I'm pretty sure that kind of helps out too. But for the most part, I really want to say like me cutting out chicken really helped, because honestly, like when I was eating beef and pork and like all the meats and stuff like that, they weren't really that big. But as soon as I cut out beef and pork and I was strictly just eating chicken, that's when they they took off. I kid y'all not. And so that's how I know, like, yeah, chicken had to go. So yeah, but okay, so the process. So what I had to do was, my process probably might be a little bit different because I had to have 2 surgeries. So they tell you to go get a mammogram, just to make sure like they don't see anything that could be potentially hazardous during the surgery. So that's what I did. They did find something. It was a fibroid right behind my nipple, and so because usually, like, if they find fibroids are very normal, especially in women of ages 20 and up. It's very normal. It's not cancerous. Usually if they do find it in your boob, they just remove it during the surgery. But because mine was like right behind my nipple, they didn't want to risk me losing all feeling in my in that nipple, so they had to do a pre-surgery to remove it, and then I had to wait another 6 weeks to get the surgery. Y'all, I was so devastated when they told me that, because I wanted them to be cut off. Like, after I got my mammogram, I was ready to schedule my appointment the next day. I was ready to tell work I'm not coming in and schedule my appointment. Like, I was so ready, but yeah, I had to wait it out. Let me see. So finally it's surgery day. They're prepping me, giving me all these sleeping drugs and stuff like that. I'm just playing. I just gave me some volume, and then eventually they gave me the anesthesia to put me to sleep. It was so funny. I had asked them for a countdown because anytime I go into surgery and I'm given anesthesia, I can never remember falling asleep. All I remember is I wake up and I'm in a recovery room. So this time I said, can I get a countdown? And so they gave me my countdown. They told me to do it. So I counted down. I think I started at 3. And then it was like, no, you got to start at 10. So I started at 10. I want to say I got to about 2 and I was out. And I remember it. And then I woke up in the recovery room. Let me see. Like I told y'all how the cut was. So they cut under here, and then they remove like fat and stuff like that, and then they they lift the nipple up, and I really can't explain because I don't know, I was asleep, but I've seen videos. But yeah, once they get all that out, they put it together, stitch you up, and then yeah. So as far as pain, the only time I really felt pain was after I woke up from surgery. That was about it. And even then, like, my pain level was like no more than a 6. So it wasn't painful for me. Like, even when I went home and I was recovering, like, it was not painful. It just felt like I had 2 rocks just sitting up here. They were so swollen, and they were up like this. I do miss that, them sitting up like that. So yeah, they do drop to like how they really will look after the swelling goes down and stuff like that. But again, like I said, I still love them, but I do miss them being up like that. Oh my gosh, they didn't move or nothing. But I am kind of glad they got a little jiggle in them, because I don't know, just sitting up like that would be, I don't know. But yeah, so see, and I had to stay overnight, just one night. I wanted to go home that night, but I had to stay one night just to make sure everything was okay. And they wanted to make sure I still had feeling because of my previous surgery I had had. I still have all the feeling in them. Let me see. I hated the pain medicine that they would give me, because they would stick it through my IV, and I hated that because it hurted so bad. And it just didn't feel good, like it didn't. I hated it. They had to keep the room at 74, 75 degrees. Y'all just don't know how miserable I was. And they have to do that because they have to make sure like your blood is flowing and everything. To keep your blood flowing and to make sure like you don't get any blood clots. So that's why they have to keep the room that warm. They give you all these blankets. They give you compression socks. They give you the bra. Like, they give you everything you need. That's what I also loved about them. I didn't have to go like buy anything, but let me see. They even give you like a little take-home basket and stuff like that. So yeah, I like that. Let me see what else. But yeah, oh my gosh. And that's why I wanted to go home that night. But I mean, like, y'all, oh my gosh, it was so hot. I was so miserable. I took them covers off me. I said, no, I cannot do this. I asked my nurse, can we please cut the air on? And she was like, no, I'm sorry. We got to keep the room on this temperature because da-da-da-da-da. So I was just, man, y'all. But made it through the night. My auntie was there for me the whole time. Big shout out to her. She was the one that took me there and brought me home, and I stayed at her house for a couple of days. My best friend came and visited me. It was so funny. I remember this. I was still a little high off drugs after after I was put in the recovery room, and I remember it so vividly. I had my best friend walked in, and then one of my nurses had walked in. Her name was Holly. And so I was introducing Holly to my best friend. I was like, or was I introducing my auntie? Maybe both of them. I can't remember. But I was like, this is Holly. I call her Hollywood. Man, y'all, didn't know Holly from nowhere. Like, that was my first time meeting Holly. So the fact that I just gave her a nickname on the spot. I think I asked her, can I call her Hollywood? And I think that's why I had introduced her as that when my best friend came in. But oh my gosh, like that anesthesia, that stuff is no joke. Like, oh my gosh, be saying anything. I think I started crying just because like my best friend and my auntie was there, and I just don't know. Like, support is really big for me, and so when I have people there for me, like it brings me such joy, tears of joy. So I love it. But yeah, so I was also like real high on the drugs, so that's why like I started crying too. But so yeah. Went home, stayed at my auntie house. Like I said, no pain for real. Now, just because I didn't have pain, that doesn't mean everybody else isn't going to have pain. I have 2 people I referred to him. Their boobs were a little bigger than mine. And so that's what I'm going to assume as to why they had a more painful after recovery experience. Like I said, I was only a triple D. And so, I'm assuming that's why. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's because I have a high pain tolerance, but one of the girls, like, she's my friend, and she has a pretty high pain tolerance too. But I don't know. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, if I was to rate it 1 to 10 when I got home, I would probably say 1. Like, I wasn't in no pain whatsoever. The one thing I couldn't wait to do was try on outfits. Oh my gosh. That's when I really fell in love. I was showing up to work with no bra on. Man, y'all, oh yeah, so I did not take 2 weeks off from work, like you usually would. I took 1 week off. And I tried not even to take the 1 week. Had it not been for my boss, because she said, no ma'am, you need to rest. And that was the only reason why. Had it not been for that, I probably would have been meant to work after the 3 days. Yeah. So, like, that's just how easy it was, like, and how like less painful it really was for me. And but I work with kids, so I work with like babies, so I have to pick them up, and I wasn't allowed to pick up a lot of things because of the stitches. I couldn't even raise my arms above, like up here I couldn't do that. I really wasn't even supposed to be doing that. They suggest you wear like button-up shirts and stuff like that. That way you don't have to put your arms up. I guess that's about it, to just kind of wrap it on up. So yeah, like I said, no, not painful at all. I don't regret it. I highly recommend it. If you just can't do the big boobs, I highly recommend it. I really do. Like, it is the best decision you will ever have. I think I've ran into one person that said they got a breast reduction and they regret it, and I'm just like, I can't relate. I cannot. So yeah. Let me see. I know for a fact it's been more than 6 months. I want to say I had a surgery back in May of last year. I got it. There we go. May of last year. So it's been a year now. A year and some change. Like I said, they've dropped. And then like I still have feeling. My nipples are very sensitive. If I go from being in a warm area to a cold area, like, and instantly they appear through my shirt if I don't have on a bra. So like if I go from outside to inside my house, like, they're gonna point out. So that's like the only thing. Like, your nipples will be very, very, very sensitive. See, my scars can be a little irritating, like itchy, like on this side, on the sides. But that's pretty much it. For the most part, as far as like the changes after it. You do have to, I will put it out there. So like, I don't have any kids right now. And with me, when I do have kids, I want to breastfeed. So the things you have to consider is they take out milk ducts during the surgery. So it's no telling how many they'll take out, but they do take some out. So it's no telling how many you will have left. So breastfeeding can be harder. So that's the only thing. But like I said, I was ready for them to go. So the only thing you can do is just pray and just hope, you know, that's something you can still do for your baby is breastfeeding. Because it's not impossible. It just might be a little harder. But so yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed on that. But yeah, so this is the end of the video. Y'all, wait, I gotta show y'all this though, because this is kind of leading into what the next video is gonna be. Wait a minute. So remember how I said I cut out chicken? So I have been doing my little vegan stuff and been using mushrooms. This is a Nico mushroom for chicken. So I made chicken tenders out of it. I already had one and it was really good. If you it's vegan, totally vegan. I use well, I'm not even gonna tell you, but yeah, look at that. Like, you can't tell me that don't look like chicken, and it tastes just like chicken. I got me some ketchup to dip it in. But yeah, so my next video, I'm going to be cooking a whole vegan meal. So stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna say what I'm cooking. That's why I had paused. I'm like, should I tell them? But yeah, but I can say fried chicken will be part of it. It just won't be this mushroom. It'll be a different mushroom. So stay tuned for my next video. I hope you all enjoyed this one. And bye, besties.